black Supra. It's an NA auto. It's far from perfect. And we are going to strip it down and redo it. And we're gonna paint it. It's not every day that I would tear a car all the way down like this and then bring it back together super nice. Hey guys, check this out. I'm doing this so you can watch what I'm doing. So what I'm gonna do right now, you can see there's a new steering rack here. Brand new steering rack from Toyota. New tie rods. It comes with inner, but then we got new outer tie rods. In here, this is from Powerhouse. It's like a really nice billet, solid mount for right here. And then these are solid bushings, so I'm gonna push these out and put these new ones in. But the way Powerhouse makes these, they're super, super tight tolerance. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. So I got this GoPro on my head. Then we're gonna come over here and install it. So I'm probably gonna get this up on jack stand so I can kind of work on it easier without rolling it back and forth. We've also got arms. I'll grab those in the meantime. Upper and lower arms that we could install. The knuckles, I've pressed the bearings out, but I haven't put the fresh new bearings in it yet. So, all right, let's get to this. Disregard that, it leaves in a second. We're getting to this first. I just need this to be stable but lifted up so I can get to the underside where the bolts go here, and then maybe make it easier to put the upper and lower arms on. I need to cut this clip off and put a DTM on there anyway for his mil-spec wire harness he's having made. First, let's push these out. We can work on installing these. We're set up, got a torch. Got this. First though, I gotta press these out. Usually you can just hit them out. So let's see what I could pull off here with something I don't care if I hit it. So I'll use this extension. I'll see if I can just hammer that out. Maybe I need a block of wood to be safe. Usually these just fall right out. Since they're brand new, might need to press it out. It's hard to get it just on the lip of that anyway. You can also put a socket behind it and get them to come out. Let me see if I can cut one of the ribs of those off. Let's see what happens. Sometimes these are really easy to pop out, but obviously this is brand new. Yep, not gonna be easy this time. So when they're just slightly used, they just kind of fall out. Probably when their time is up and they need to be replaced is when they're falling out. If you guys remember when I was taking the blown rack out here, the guy he lost this bushing and he put 22mm socket in there that he ground down to like the right depth, and then he just through bolted it. It was like, what? Who the hell was working on this before I got to this car? So that's one of the reasons I was wanting to get these out. For a better driving machine, it feels super good when you have the solid bushing. So we're gonna go with the solid, and customer's gonna think that it has a real nice sound feel to it. On the racetrack, it helps a ton. This guy's not gonna really be on the racetrack. It's more of like his Sunday car when he decides to drive car. But it's always good to have a crisp feeling. Let's give it one more go and see if we can get it to move. I can get a bigger hammer, but at the same time, I don't want to put too much stress on this cast part of the rack. So I'm just doing like this pretty light hammer, seeing if it'll fall out. It doesn't appear to be. So I might be going over to the press and figuring a way to hold this really big rack in there. I don't know if that's going to be easy, but I can attempt it. Yeah, this is really nice bushing. Doesn't budge. Yeah, it's not happening. So I'll take the rubber off of this side only, and then I'll go over to the press and see if I can work something out with these. Clearly took a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's how cars do it. They're always making you work for it. You guys like this thing? I had to build that to hold the knuckles you see over here. Something like this. Okay, so we're gonna need a socket, so I'll still have to go figure that out. This will need to sit like here for one of them. Yeah, it'll probably work. It's just an awkward piece that I might have to hover and hold. Try this at first. Guess we'll just get another small socket. 16 mil will do it. And this shouldn't hurt the sockets because once you put a little bit of pressure, it's gonna, 5/8, just gonna blow that rubber out. This is pretty cool, putting like all new stuff on. So that is done. Steering rack, upper and lower arms, tie rods, bushings. Good. All right, so we're gonna stop here today. Next time, I'm gonna get the new bearings and hubs in the front spindles. Then we'll attach everything. And after I do that, then I'll tighten up all the bolts, because right now everything's just hand tight so that they're in there, but as you can see, everything moves. And then we'll have to go back through those same bolts once the car's fully assembled and kind of set the alignment proper enough to drive it to an alignment shop, but made some progress. All right, guys, time has come. We're going to paint. I got his body kit stuff down. He got a Ferris body kit. It's kind of like the last one I think that you could get right now from Japan. They probably, he says they stopped making them, so maybe it's true. I didn't look. He ordered the last one, I guess, from Japan of the Redox kit. Got it from Various or Varus, however you pronounce that. Some of the stuff he's not gonna use. I'm getting a tripod set up for time lapse, but I don't think we're gonna use, yeah, I know we're not gonna use the rear overs, but skirts, all the carbon accents, front fenders, front bumper we're using. So those pieces I'm gonna put back on a shelf, but I was just getting everything laid out for him. I'm gonna wheel this thing outside and then we're gonna put it up on the trailer, strap it down, and start loading in pieces. Like some of these can ride inside the car because it's stripped out. Lots of them will not. They'll need to probably go in the bed of my truck, inside my truck, all the different areas, and then we're gonna start heading over. It's about a half hour away to the paint shop. I also have these various other bits and pieces I wanted to bring. So we're gonna bring all that and head out. All right guys, let's get this started. All right. Supra is floating, forklift is holding it. I need Renee's help though, because if I drive, it'll want to swing a little bit, and I just need her help to stabilize this. So, done this many times before. I guess not with a fully stripped one, maybe once or twice a fully stripped one. I did this with the SC a couple times or other cars, where you just lift it from the roof. If it was even a whole car, somehow it just doesn't really give a car an issue to do that. This one's super light. If I just had another guy here, we would like lift it up on the trailer because it's just a shell, but this is how we're gonna do it. But I just need Renee to balance the car because if I started driving, the possibilities of it swinging and hitting here are kind of high, and I don't want to hurt the car. So Renee's coming now. She's super strong. I mean, look how big she is. She's gonna hold the car stable, and we're gonna put it on the trailer. Okay, just like that. We've been here before, haven't we, guys? Just not in Florida. Gonna drive over there. It's not exactly that close, maybe like half hour away. And then I'll bring this so we could time lapse as we get it off. They're not gonna have all the forklift capabilities that I have here, so we're gonna just 3 guys get it on and off. We might have to tilt the bed of the trailer and roll. I don't know yet. But we got all kinds of options. Won't be bad. Can easily do it. I'm gonna close up the shop, move one of those cars in because I'm gonna drive this back to my house later. So we're headed out, guys. Oh, let me show you how loaded this is. Next video will be updates when I stop by and check on it. So see that little piece? That's the piece I want to match for some satin black pieces. Wow. Florida. That's Florida right there. Wow. It's like open header. So all that stuff that's rusty and, you know, not the greatest looking, I want all that to be satin black or like kind of a flat blackish, but you don't really see it, but I just want it to look perfect. Also, these things will be satin black. This, we're gonna try and copy the OEM color on these 2 plastics, but they're faded. They're not broken or anything, they're just faded, so we wanna clean them up. But any of the other metal will go satin black. This, obviously, and all these pieces, and the pieces that are in the car, which is like side skirts, rear bumper, door handles, mirror, stuff like that. That'll just be the same 202 Toyota. All right, let's head over there. All right, guys, we're here. We started unloading parts, got the car off safely, and then we're gonna start taking notes so we don't make any mistakes.
Is this all? This is all carbon?
Yeah. So these are all carbon.
Okay.
These pieces are just gonna be just the black, the 202 Toyota, and same with those. That's like
rear
part
bumper.
of the. It's like connecting the rear bumper to like kind of the rear arch.
Yep. Okay.
So we replaced some of these pieces with like those other stock Toyota pieces that you were like, are these rubber or metal? So like
urethane.
The skirts there, which are in the car, is like a whole thing, and it takes up that piece that I was just talking about. That's like the rear duct for the back brake.
Oh, you got skirts too?
So the skirts, which you could take out of here if you want to do the the full inventory.
Inventory so we know everything's going on.
A lot going on here, guys, but we made a safe journey over here. I went under the speed limit, real cautious, because like the whole time I'm like, is it gonna move on the back?
It looked sketchy when you were pulling.
It's not, like it didn't move once, but the whole time I'm worried about it.
Got air pocket.
It's a Supra. It's going in that bay. So Timmy's got a couple bays here, there and there. It's in good hands now. We gotta bring the hood because I couldn't fit the hood. I think there's one other piece that I need to bring, the little side markers for the rear of the car. We need to smoke those. So got a couple more little details, but we're gonna come back and forth here quite frequently because we're gonna check up on the Supra and make sure everything's going good. I'm probably transporting like pieces back because the whole car won't get done at the exact same time. All right guys, I'm gonna head out, bring the truck and trailer back.